It's not rocket science.
Today it's just a matter of figuring out where the next pieces go. I like to leave a little space back on the back side of the stepper driver. The volts in will come in through here. I like to keep my wires kind of short, but not too awful short. The voltage for 5 volts going out come out through here and going through there, and I will have 5 volts going across. So I may, but I don't want to, and I'll tell you why. This resistor right here, let me get something to point at it with so my fat fingers ain't covering up, but there's a resistor here that alters the frequency of this unit. I made this replaceable. No soldering, just this screw and this screw, so this can be pulled out and replaced. So the top frequency of this board can be changed. So you want to leave that where you can get to it. Preferably, I would rotate it this way, like this, but that leaves my wires coming out. But the next best thing is this way right here, which give me a little room on the back side, and I think that'll be about how it's going to go. And after that, the only thing I got left is the front panel switches, the potentiometer for the speed control, and I'm going to pull the tack off my lathe and put it in here because it's got a divider in it, and I'm going to use this unit probably just a cell. I am getting more requests for this darn thing, but so it's going to get the big unit right here for the display, which I will probably just give instructions on how to set up because it's going to be different for anybody else's machine than it is for mine. And it's going to get the speed control, direction control, start and stop right here. I was thinking about a big yellow emergency switch, but I'd put that on the top if I was going to put it in. But I have something better for that coming later on. And that is a box that has your sockets in it for your mill, for your power feed, everything but the computer should you go CNC, that you can just plug in, and with one switch you can shut down the works. Because if you hit the emergency stop on your mill, your power feed's still running across, and if you got a small end mill on there, it's going to snap it. You want everything to shut down at once, so that's going to be addressed later. But for right now, this is what we're doing, and I will drill these holes and I will return. Sorry it was so long-winded. I'm not a man of long wind. And anything else with that? Nope, that's about it. In the end, I'm going to wind up pulling all this crap back out of here because I got to file that big square hole in the front. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That's why I want to go with this other box, and I'll show it to you. And in fact, I'll show it to you now before we go too far. This is that other box. Now, a fella could mount everything in here and have room for a nice big fan coming in on the side, which wouldn't hurt things. It does get a little warm in there, but usually you never run this thing that long continuous. But a couple of small fans would be nice. The case would accept them. It's got nice grills on both sides, but you do have to worry about stuff getting inside. But this is the other case that I bought, and this one will probably be the next one I build. I do like this case a little better. It's taller. The real estate on the bottom is about the same, but it's a good deal taller. At least an inch and a half taller. But that's an option. In this case, was about the same price. But room is room. And I'll get back to you later with the other box. The other nice thing about this box, you pull 2 more screws off, the bottom comes off, you pull 4 more screws, and you can put this up on the drill press and drill it where you need it and put it back together. So that makes it a little nicer than the other way. I don't know if it's as robust because the other one has no plastic. This piece here and this piece here are plastic, and they are the only plastic in the whole thing. The top has an aluminum reinforcement front to back on both sides. This was a good case. I found it on eBay. And as the added treat, I'm gonna drill the front of that and then make the square hole tomorrow. But I'm gonna show you how to set this thing up. This thing comes in with it almost tweaked up to battery or VCC voltage. This is power coming in. See the LED right here. Now watch the LED switch. That's output. That's voltage out. Drops to 11.4. They had this thing cranked almost all the way up to 12 volts when it showed up. So again, wind it down. You can watch it drop down. I'm going to stop it at 5 volts because that's where I need it. So I have 5 volts coming out right here. And that's it. That's all it takes. Shift back over. See the 12 volts in, 5 volts out. Can't beat it. No having to dig up a meter, and you can check it while it's inside. You can just leave this thing set on 5 volts, or go and check your power supply. You can see if you got 12 volts coming out of it. Such a deal. That board was only about $3.50. Can't beat that with a stick. So you may try. I have here my test power supply, which has the case off it. Don't try this at home. But I am careful and know what I'm doing, and have not lit up the room with my body yet. Almost did when I was about 10, but not since. Yeah, and I think that'll do it for today. If you bought it from me, we stand behind it.